let's think together about something which I think is very important. Perhaps it's the most important thing there is in terms of the collective perspective of those who live on Earth. We are a planetary family, somewhat isolated from cosmic coexistence, yet strangely visited daily by strange events. But governments, government agencies, and a series of scholars who obviously deserve the respect of all of us, but trapped in certainties, who knows anchored in what, because they don't seem to be anchored in the facts, state with absolute tranquility that extraterrestrial life does not exist. This kind of statement ends up leading people who allow their lives to be taken away by the facts of the press, by what is said to be true or not based on these official press news. And even if everyone says it's blue, it's blue, it's green, but we look at life and see that it's not only blue or green, there are other colors. But these people turn a blind eye. Terrible. In relation to the other colors that are daily adorning our day, but they only see what the confirmation bias of their certainties allows their eyes to see. Under that perspective, I, along with other seekers, me and other friends decided to write together a book. It's actually a saga, it's more than one book about something. Deep knowledge shared by all the mythologies of the past, but not known by any authorities. They feel this way because they say things with absolute certainty, so whoever affirms with absolute certainty feels like an authority, which they may not be, but they do. And the funny thing is that even if all the warnings from the mythological past claim that there are two universes that govern our lives, the material one and the anti-natural one, but these authorities who have the slightest notion of the existence of this universe, and even less or no idea about the spiritual context that surrounds this creation composed of two universes as described, since the myth of the cosmic egg is present in all mythologies of the past. And what to say in face of these opinions that are given with absolute certainty, but these opinions are absolutely blind, turning a blind eye to all their uniform content. So the book, Hiren, which would be the name of these two universes in a language that is lost today, of an Archidruid knowledge about 9,000-10,000 years ago, and this is mere revelation. It's not mythological in the sense that it's a book that can refer to that, but it's a lost knowledge on the same subject that mythologies show. This Hiren book, Universes in Collision. And here I'm referring to some friends, Rodrigo Freitas, Leonardo, and Mariana Kumer, Marcos, etc. So we wrote this book and others to come, trying to contextualize exactly this perspective, this background behind our lives, which has to do with both the spiritual aspect and the extra-physical aspect of this neighboring universe. We human beings don't understand what's going on in our immediate context. Jesus used to say, perceive what is in plain sight, the hidden will then be evident to you. Unfortunately, this hidden perspective is not at all obvious to the so-called authorities, who claim to be certain that such a thing doesn't exist, that spirituality doesn't exist, that past lives don't exist. And so, we can't disregard this timetable, however late it may be. We can't forget that all the major religions, the most important traditions of the ancient times, spoke, gave news, predictions, prophecies about the future. That was yet to come. And in that future, all these traditions say that the being called the Mahdi, in the view of Muslims, the Avatar Kalki, in the view of Hinduism, Malkuth, Messiah, in the view of the 10th Sephira of Orthodox Jews, the coming or return of the Christ in his cosmic form as Sophia or Hokmah. In other words, various ancient traditions speak of this day. But Luke in the Gospel says that this day would strangely be like a noose, meaning that you're not expecting it and it suddenly happens. Since the earth is being visited on a daily basis, even though NASA says there is no such thing, even though many authorities who are now very well known through the internet, since the official press doesn't talk about it at all, also claim that none of this is true, etc. But guys, a little of prudence, a little of humility. What Kant said, the respectable, decent human intellect is the one that must be verified by its ability to collect uncertainties and knows how to deal with them, respecting the possibilities, of course, eliminating any false truths or sterile narratives. But if you claim that such a thing doesn't happen, that extraterrestrial life is the invention of a bunch of crazy people who have been inventing these events every day throughout human history, guys, we can't accept this kind of behavior, as well as the pure and simple affirmation without verifying the truth that such a thing did or did not happen is also not welcome. But caution is good, and it is in this sense that we would like to invite you to think. That book, Hiron, Universes in Collision, is book number 1 of a saga which romanticizes a little. And about these facts that in theory mythologies have always claimed to be true, although today they are translated as errors. As far as we're concerned, there's something of a revelation in this story, linking the spiritual and extra-physical contexts to our material context. And as I said, caution doesn't hurt anyone. We should keep an open mind, because everything indicates that a little more, and all those voices that at the top of a false brilliance claim, wanting to guide humanity towards their own goals, that such a thing is this or that. We're going to be adults. We humans need to define for ourselves what is and what is not. This is not up to any authority, be it religious, governmental, scientific, or whatever. We have to learn to deal with the facts, however strange they may be. So my invitation to you is to go deeper in your search, to have adult lens when reading the facts of life. Again, however strange they may be sure to observe them. But don't fall into the easy trap of being certain about things you don't need to check out. Cheers.